UNSC transmission, Operation Mjolnir Forge, Phase 2 initiated. Spartan combat unit assembled and combat ready. Primary objective, deploy ground assault vehicle, codename Warthog. 4-wheel drive, all-terrain mobility, armed with the M41 Vulcan cannon, the ultimate battlefield predator. Fabrication in progress. Status report, Spartan armour, 50% combat paint applied. Warthog chassis fully assembled. Next mission parameters, wheels, suspension and structural reinforcements. Prepare for deployment. G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here and welcome back Spartans to episode 2 of my Halo 3D print build. It's here and it's time to focus on the UNSC's beast, the mighty Warthog. And just check out the size and magnitude of this body slash chassis. It is massive. Now it's time to get the suspension and wheels ready. Plus, the Master Chief is halfway painted and looking epic. So gear up, folks, because I'm about to get this vehicle combat ready. Big print finished early this morning. One more piece to go, and that's all the chassis to the mighty Halo Warthog done and dusted. What a massive undertaking it was, printing such huge pieces on my Prusa Mark 4S. And I was still having problems. I'm starting to glue this monster together. The last piece of the chassis puzzle. Now it's time to paint the clear part of the chassis. I'm just waiting for this next part to print so I can make sure it's all good. Wowee, there's a piece hot off the press, and just look, I printed the same side. Oh, what a dick. As I got stuck into ripping off all of the support material, I made sure to print out the correct side this time. Yesterday I thought I hit a milestone, but I printed out the wrong side, didn't I? So today, hopefully we are all good to go. Building the chassis slash body of the mighty Halo Warthog. A couple of matte black base coats would get my Master Chief ready for his UNSC green. That's not as easy as it sounds, as the Master Chief has changed through the years. Time to turn the Master Chief green. Master Chief, Petty Officer John 117, often called Master Chief, is the protagonist of the Halo video game franchise, known for his iconic green, Mjolnir-powered assault armour, which has evolved through different versions, from the primitive Mark 4 to the Mark 6. His story begins with his recruitment and augmentation as a Spartan 2 in the UNSC, leading to pivotal roles in the Human Covenant war against the Covenant Empire. Now I can't tell you how many different shades of green I applied to my Master Chief before I was happy, but I can tell you it was a lot. Now we're starting to get there. Needs a lot of wear and tear to match that helmet. Looking good. Sanding back the paint to reveal the silver filament allowed me to give my Master Chief's armour a battle-worn look. There we go. That's the look I'm after for the Master Chief. Battle damage. Once that's all painted, all the sanding done to add all that wear and tear, I will be giving that a coat of satin clear enamel, just to give him a slight shine. Looking good so far. Half the mighty Warthog was now glued as I prepared the last piece of the puzzle. A huge job was now out of the way, freeing up my printer to start work on tyres, wheels and suspension. And once again I was surprised at the sheer size of this model. First tyre to the mighty Halo Warthog. It's huge! This hands down is the biggest print I've ever done. One wheel is almost the size of the Master Chief himself. At this stage I was just praying my printer didn't run out of ammo. filament was dropping fast, so I put in another order for 3 more spools. More parts, hot off the press. The mighty Warthog first appeared in Halo Combat Evolved 2001 and has been a UNSC staple ever since. It can hit 78 kilometers on all terrain and is armed with a 12.7mm M41 Vulcan machine gun. And did you know there are over 12 Warthog variants in Halo lore? Troop transports, anti-air, even rocket-equipped versions. Its slip differential and 4-wheel steering made it the ultimate battlefield vehicle. What colour would you paint your own Warthog? Classic green, desert camo, or something custom? I certainly have come a long way since printing my 1/8 scale Mad Max 2, the Road Warrior Interceptor. I very rarely need to use wood putty these days. Should I keep the Warthog stock or add some battle damage for that post-combat look? That's a rhetorical question and doesn't need answering. Of course my Halo Warthog is going to be battle damaged. I love that grunge look that really brings models to life. And whilst I'm working on this model, I'm already excitedly thinking about my next 3D printing build. Not sure what it will be, but I do have a few ideas. No Warthog is complete without that iconic drift, and I can't wait to see this beast in paint. My giant chassis was all glued. I was laying down the base coat on my first wheel as I started printing the Warthog's suspension frame. The suspension was a little bit of a nightmare, but the detail is going to make this Warthog next level. I always come into a project with an idea of how it will look, but that vision in my head often goes through changes as the model progresses. Just take the Master Chief as an example. I changed his colour 5 or 6 times, and he may even change again. Once I'm happy with the paint job on my first wheel and tyre, this would become the template for the next 3. One small piece for the Master Chief, the rifle scope. Because Spartans never die, but they do wait for glue to dry. Now I was adding my matte black and UNSC Army green to the Warthog's chassis and working out where the green should meet the black undercarriage. This may change down the track and probably will, as I'm not sure what panels go where because I haven't looked that far ahead. But once I get enough layers on this beast, the fun really begins. I get to sand the model and rough it up, giving it that well-used and battle-damaged look. And considering there are a few variations of the Halo Warthog, I should probably have a look at the in-game colours before I get too far ahead of myself. Alright, big update. Getting layers of paint on this huge chassis slash body. I'll probably need to lighten the inner part of the wheel just to match that green. And I've started assembling the suspension. There's a lot involved. Anyway, onward and upward. Time to match the wheel rim to the Warthog's body colour. And not only will I sand and rough each part, but I'll also give the lighter colours a dirty black wash and do the opposite for the darker colours, giving everything a weathered and worn look. Now, whilst all this work was going on, I was having quite a few dramas with my Prusa Muck 4S prints. They kept failing. Well, this is as far as I got with that print. I keep getting stuck filament detection warnings and my printer completely stops. It's happened now 5 or 6 times and it's doing my head in. After losing a day and a half printing, I'm back into it. I've cleaned my nozzle for the first time ever, and I'm hoping that that solves the problem of me continually getting a stuck filament error. With just a little bit of maintenance, my 3D printer was now running beautifully. Alright, I am back on track. Printer's running just fine. Overnight I printed tyre number 2. Getting stuck into it and adding layers of paint on this massive chassis. I think I now know the colour scheme or the breakup of green and black. So I'll get more of that done today. I wish I had have had a look at some game images because I would have saved myself quite a bit of painting. Anyhow, time to get stuff done. Yep, I finally did some research and now had my colour scheme set. Once this was complete, I could go to town stressing this baby out. Alright, a little bit of patchwork done yesterday. Now I just need to give that a sand, cover it with green, and I can start to go to work stressing and rubbing back this big beast. The black and green painting and patching on my mighty Halo Warthog was now finished. So before stressing commenced, I gave the green paint a watered down black wash. Right, underneath, gotta look water damaged. Time to stress this baby out a little. See how she looks. Warthog status update. Chassis reinforcement complete. Exterior arm undergoing combat stress simulation. Scratches, dents and battlefield wear being applied to ensure maximum authenticity. This vehicle has seen war and it shows. No Warthog rolls off the line looking pristine. These beasts are born for battle, scarred, scratched and hardened by combat. Every mark tells a story of survival. And whilst I was having fun doing this, I continued printing suspension and wheel parts. More suspension parts. Now I'm adding a wash to the black. Alright, here's the look we're going for. The dirty look. Coming along nicely. And I now have 2 wheels. This is definitely one of my favourite stages. Sanding and stressing the model so it looks like it's actually been through Covenant Crossfire. The scratches and worn paint give it that true Halo realism, straight out of the battlefield. I can't wait to get more parts printed so I can get more of this big beast put together and bring it to life. Mission report: Warthog chassis assembly complete. Exterior armour successfully stressed and battle ready. 2 wheels fabricated, operational and combat tested. Suspension system remains in progress. Fabrication proving more complex than initial projections. Spartan armour painting will continue. Wow, episode 2 has been massive. The Halo Warthog is looking battle damaged and epic, and 2 monster wheels are now complete. The suspension, however, is proving a little bit of a challenge, but I am making progress and I will get it done, along with more of the Master Chief painting. So, this epic 3D Halo build is really starting to come to life now. Stick around everyone, because episode 3 is going to be huge. I'm artist Wayne Dowsand, happy 3D printing, and thanks for watching everyone.